Ivan Carter here from the Victorian Serrated Tussock Working Party. I'm here with Roger Macraild, who's an Extension Officer with the Working Party. We're here today to talk about prevention of spread of serrated tussock. We're going to cover the 5 most likely ways serrated tussock spreads through the landscape.
So the number one mode of spread for serrated tussock, because of the way it grows, is wind. The whole seed head comes off and travels around the landscape, covering vast distances too when it's allowed to. So there's a number of things that we can do to mitigate that, to try to slow down its impact on areas of high conservation value or where we're trying to get production out of it in an agricultural sense, importantly.
Treating your plants before they seed and do blow around, that is the most effective take-home point of prevention.
There's many parts under a vehicle which is really prone to holding on to these sort of materials. Things like radiators can act like pin cushions. Bash plates which catch mud, the mud often has seed material in it, which when it falls out can well be viable. Be very conscious about where you're going across your property and also off your property. If you've been to an area which you know has problems and infestations, clean your vehicle down as well as you can. Follow sort of known routes of travel, to stick to your paths, so that again, if you do have new infestations pop up, you'll be quick to see them and they'll be localised so you can get on top of them quickly. Another area where we've seen machinery move serrated tussock seeds along predominantly is in slashing too. Slashers are renowned for having, they are designed to go into long grass. They catch the seeds on the top of the deck, and there's a number of measures that you can use to minimise that, such as slasher covers or even fans.
Also the potential of animals, livestock, to move seed around the landscape. Now this can happen when you're purchasing livestock from markets where you're possibly unsure where they may have came from. One of the most important things to prevent this problem is to have an area where, withholding paddock if you like, where the stock can be for the first few weeks, and then that way you can keep an eye on new germinations of anything like serrated tussock and other weeds that may pop up throughout.
And where you have the option too, taking sheep just off shears is a good way of avoiding that spread in the wool, because the wool's not there. When you put them in the holding paddock, allow them enough time for the gut to clear too, because not all the seeds will be digested, so the faeces can carry the seed around a paddock if you move them too quickly. Stock
feed is a common way serrated tussock is spread throughout our landscape. This is common during drier periods and drought, where we get a lot of movement of stock feed and fodder across the state. One of the ways to prevent or mitigate this issue is to have a containment area or a feed out area on your farm, where the stock are fed in the same spot continuously, and then you are able to monitor that area for weeds and serrated tussock germinations.
And so soil's another way of moving the seeds around. The import of soil from other areas can very readily bring the seed with them, but the seeds don't tend to germinate when they're buried in deeper than in the first couple of centimetres of soil. So where there is an infestation that has started to establish, cultivation can actually be a really good way of managing the soil. So in summary, the 5 things that you need to keep an eye out to when preventing serrated tussock and most weeds from coming onto your property would be wind movement, with serrated tussock particularly, vehicles and how they can carry the seeds around, animals on their pelts and in their guts, fodder when you're bringing in hay, and soil as well.
So the take-home message from today regarding the prevention of spread of serrated tussock is that prevention is the most cost-effective and the highest return on investment you can have in your serrated tussock control program. And also, if you need more help, get in touch with the Serrated Tussock Working Party, and we would be happy to provide advice and help you in setting up a management plan for serrated tussock.